You warming up? I hear you.
I warmed up.
Oh shit.
You're going down this session, yeah. You're going down.
Yeah, I'll be
No,
able.
I think you fully could me, and I just hit you anyway, based on those rules. So it's
Oh
all
yeah.
Nah, I have AC now. It's
I do
just
have a
2
home
hits.
advantage. Anyways, so welcome back to Bloodlords. Last time the party had a bit of a party. I think they got. I think most of the session was you got shown around to the various places to be in the nightlife of Yelad by Bloodlord Zithni. It went well. You guys held your own, even though he was a bit of a party animal. You ingested various substances and danced the night away. And you got some information in return, some more useful, some less. I'll let you decide. And I think we end on you guys like hobbling back to the Astoli hostel when you hear the trumpets blaring for the cycle, where the sun is beginning to rise. Okay.
I gotta take some illicit substances to get into RP.
Yeah, we were already in our room because we got the package from him.
Oh, that's true. Yes, at the end, yeah, very, very true. Yeah, so at the end, you guys were in your room. You discussed some of the information you heard, and then you got a knock where you got a final present from Zithni with like a magical aeon stone in it.
I think I'm taking it as a threat. He's threatening to, down us.
You take it however you want, Alright, so so you guys had a discussion, and you can go into your long rest if you wish, or you can do.
I think I kind of passed out of Boyd's room. Also doesn't bother trying to make it down the stairs. He just kind of falls over in a heap when he's standing up.
Not even on a chair. You just
No, this time it's falls over onto the ground.
Is there any risk? Do you remain whole, or do you turn into a pile of bones?
I like to think maybe some of the less important bones kind of go scattering around a little bit.
Okay, just fall into a heap a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So sorry, Crow, your room's a bit messy.
Bastion is usually tired. Oh. Well, let us discuss our future plans tomorrow then. And Crow
turns into a fox, lies down there.
Don't do any of my bones.
Go into your various
grabs a bone, gnaws on it for a bit.
Tastes really old though. If I'll take some damage, I guess. The morning.
Your sleep is not quite as restful as you would like. So you get a nagging feeling that someone's gnawing on you.
Yeah, I feel like a really bad itch, pins and needles in my leg.
Some gnawing in the back of your mind. But you guys wake up without a disturbance.
Nice.
The nice thing about the introduction of the cycles is that maybe you sleep in a little bit after this night and get woken up by this blast of trumpets echoing through the city, indicating this sun going down.
Well,
so kind of shakily gets to his feet, the bones are do I am giant, back to him. And he's it is already sundown.
Yeah, seems you rested longer than usual.
My mind needed to recover.
It was a long night. That is true.
Finds a chair. There must be a chair in here, right? It's a fancy room.
Yeah, there's a nice little chair and desk.
What?
Yeah. My jumps down, lets Osteon sit up, and then jumps down.
Mine did have it with the little cushion.
Yeah, the dollar behind, it's almost when you actually sit on your cat, and it's like oh, yeah. I was what was the plan for tonight?
Well, we have, I believe, our best lead is go to the castrum and check places out. We should be able to pass even in the lecture without her noticing us, from what we have gathered from his sources. Perhaps these will lead to further ideas.
Mike jumps off and turns to the fox Noah for a minute. Wait, you want us to listen into one of her lectures?
Yes. Might give ideas. This was
Is that for
proposed.
anyone? It's not like...
You
They
do
are
not
public.
have to be a student.
They are public lectures, yes. This was told to us. Frankly, I don't remember by which blood law, but one of them.
I do not listen to them.
It wasn't that interesting.
Yes, I try to keep my ear in the listening state when they
Just
speak.
one.
That's why we keep you around. I'm not too interested in listening to that, but sure.
I am personally probably not interested much in
I
what she
suppose.
says either topically, but that might give us leads.
Suppose it is not possible for me to die of boredom. And
Well, you can
perhaps
act.
at one point in my life I would have been at lectures such as this. It may
Yes,
not hurt.
She's
See.
still an university lecturer, so there must be some information she gives out.
I wouldn't mind taking a round and taking a look at how our house looks in the meantime.
Indeed, we have the stories of these defenders, these guards. I would like to make sure they are not exaggerated.
Yes. The two information we have are the shadows guard the walls, and then there are two mummies, agents of the castrum, that accompany her. So, the mummies are very hard to see if she's the academy, but the shadows might still be on the walls.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have also been sick. If it is needed for us to have a disguise to gain entry to hidden places, there is magic that could do so. I do not know it yet, but I'm sure it can be learned.
Well, let's keep this in mind. I do have equipment that allows me to create more mundane disguises. I think he has those anyways. Yeah, I have a disguising kit. Cool. So,
I also have my own, though if I'm going to be using that alter ego at the ball as well, I guess it doesn't really matter if we're done with this before the ball happens.
Yes. Do you intend to reveal everyone that your
Might not.
human form? That is quite a lot of information to all the bloodlords, though. Future competition.
Depends on the situation, I suppose.
Well,
Yes.
let us see this university. Whatever.
Let's do so.
You guys do know that the sundown cycle is basically where shops are opening. It is during the night's life where the universities are most active, where the students.
That's one. That's one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps on the way until they are ready to begin, we could visit a house along the way just to see it with our own eyes.
I suppose now that it's still daytime, we can all go look at the house.
Well, it's nighttime, but
Well, nighttime, yes. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to the fully the technology. Living outside Gap for so long.
Right. Well, shall we then?
Let us do so.
Also, you have the Iron Stone, yes?
Yes, I do.
Good.
And I have properly invested in it. It's power.
Well, it will take about a week for you to properly do it, but yes.
Yes, but I've started the process.
We leave.
Okay. Yeah, you head on your way into town. Yeah, it's so you have got an address. Turns out it is quite near where you know the castrum to be, the Twilight Castrum. It's on the northwestern side of the Three Gates Plaza, so it's not too long of a walk at all. Along the city walls, there's like this little residential area. Yeah, after a few minutes of searching around, you find the right streets. Yeah, I'm assuming you're Calcul. You see that most of these houses are, like brick townhouses. How close do you want to get?
Crow would at least be like, as we're getting closer, would mostly like try to kind of sneak into the. Yeah, there's probably a crowd moving about the whole place the whole time.
How big is this street? Is it like a...
It's a little bit out of the way of the plaza proper, but there just like along the street, along the houses, there's a few groups passing by at any moment.
Would those be used as like a social disguise, like just like a stealth, basically as a way to stealth with like just using other people as like.
Yeah, you have like discreet inquiry and stuff as well, right?
Yeah, to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Being able to use diplomacy or society or whichever. I think it's maybe society to sneak. I can't remember.
There's this in new society to sneak? What?
I think there's one that lets you like sneak in.
I have decided sneaking is not tenable for social
I
characters.
think-
I'm just gonna walk along the street if I'm just like a person, just like a normal person. So I guess I'm getting close. I guess I walk
Yeah,
right
that's
by
basically
the
it.
house. I'm like not trying. I'm just acting like I'm just walking down the street. So if it's on the street, I'm
You're acting like you're walking down the street. What are
I'm
you
just
actually
walking
doing?
down the street. You know, what are you doing?
Okay.
I'm fucking walking. I'm walking it. Anyone in the street, I do my best New Yorker. I just intimidate that guy. I'm like, I'm walking it.
Okay. Well, Crook, do give me a diplomacy check to see if you can notice basically like how the citizenry, how do they move about? Like, you know, if you would stand out, basically what you can do to like follow customs.
Maya will also just walk down the street. So I guess she will ask Osteon to wait a bit, and she will get a bit out of the way so she wants to cast the invisibility.
Okay.
Outside the the visibility.
Yeah, there's definitely like some dark you can quickly jump into like an alley and cast a spell.
Cast it, and then she just wants to walk. And if she sees invisible shit, she sees invisible shit, you know.
Remind me, what is the color of your like outfit generally? It's like dark. Blues and
Yeah,
purples,
it's
right?
pretty. Well, it's pretty. I think. Yeah, it's pretty much what the picture and the character base are black.
Oh yeah, okay,
mostly.
yeah, mostly black. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So
With a red
that's
cape.
you can pretty easily like remain unnoticed by the general population. It's just that you are clearly an outsider by the way you're dressed, because there's very colorful, like lighter colors that people wear.
I need to get better clothing for these places. This place.
Where are they walking?
Yeah. So do you want to follow Ostion into the room?
Yeah, he will still follow.
Nothing legal about walking, you know. I hope.
So you cast see invisibility and then you want to like join back up with them, or?
Yeah, I just walk by.
Yeah. Gotcha. Long story, it's easy to catch up. Okay, yeah. So you get close to the house. You can identify, the house number is like 8, and you see, a 2-story brick townhouse. You see, let's see, in the gardens around. It's not like a walled area. You see a grassy lawn and gravestones in the garden, almost like it's Halloween, for example. You see they're defended almost by like these oak trees, draped with moss. The front door of the building is flanked by 2 large windows. And you see on the second floor more windows lining the wall. You do see... Well, give me a perception check, everybody.
Pop.
Yes, I can also do one.
And if it's haunts or spirits, I have a +1.
Okay.
There you go. Where are you?
Wait, is undead
I saw you do a
also...
perception check, Osyon.
Yeah, see us.
I have to check
Okay, right,
this as well.
He's heading off.
So-
You can look at it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, so
actually a
those are the
+2
rolls.
because my entreat for forebearers is a circumstance bonus, while spirit sense is a status bonus.
Open.
Huge. Unfortunately, Osyon is the only one who notices. It's hard to see. You can see activity on the second floor, but not like in the... not immediately in the room that the window is facing. But further down, you can see sparks of light flickering. It's hard to see because there are like gray curtains. One of them is not fully
Yeah.
closed. And you can see like green lights like flickering in and out sometimes.
A witch's cauldron, yeah. Suspicious. Or witch hag, whatever the fuck these things are. Also, it doesn't say anything. He keeps walking. He wasn't really slowing down. He was just kind of like, just walking down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make it to wherever the street leads, I guess. When it
Give me will be a deception check. Just like give me a deception check.
Walk in here check.
Or stealth, deception or stealth, I think. In this
I'm not
case.
trying to do evil. I'm just trying to walk check. I'm not trying to deceive anybody. I'm just trying to walk.
Yeah, but you are looking. You're investigating, so
it's true, it's
do
true,
it nonchalantly.
it's true, it's
So I
true.
guess
Is
one right?
this blind?
My you as well, please. It is blind, yes.
Deception for everyone. I think that is
What
also...
about intimidation? Like I'm
But
staring
is
at
it-
everybody else.
If this is against an undead, I have a +1.
So this was for the other two, but not crow, right? That's what I understood.
Yeah, you already
There
prepared
is,
yourself with
No, yont.
the local customs basically. Let's see, do we do this? Yeah. This secret.
Diplomacy for this? What the fuck is should have done?
Well, you didn't want to. You were just walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you're trying to be as subtle as possible while crossing the street.
Make crow.
Yeah, that's
Then I
basically all you
really
can do.
obviously stare at
Aggressively.
somebody else's house. Like just random guy. I'm like,
Oh,
let's
right.
fucking stare him the fuck down.
Yeah, you see okay, no, you don't.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I think I'm looking at every house a bit because obviously I had to look at that house, right? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I have to look everywhere a little bit, but of course I looked more at the one which I was interested in. But I'm not like only.
Okay. Yeah. So you try to play it off. The other two, you do notice that Ossion's kind of like obviously acting in a way that might be natural to him, but isn't really. And you see, like, while he's like looking at, like, gazing at like a house on the opposite side of the street, see like an undead woman is like cleaning the curtains and looks at Ossion, who's looking at her, and like offended, like closes them quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you
It's just a
otherwise
skeleton,
gather no attention.
Yeah, and when we get, I guess, like if we get to the end and like opens up and it's like a bit busy or something, I don't know. I kind of like, I guess people.
I don't see any. I didn't see any invisible shadows or anything, did I?
You didn't see anything invisible, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when again, I'm like, whoa, it seems like a mundane building, first sight.
Yes.
Nothing
Although-
obvious, at least. Nothing
The
invisible.
shadow.
Either.
If there are guards, shadows guarding, they could be hiding well. Or perhaps they are not there during day.
Indeed, that's why I said it looks like, not that it is.
Indeed.
There is some sign, however, I saw of flickering light. Did it look kind of like a fire? Like that kind of? I didn't get what you mean for like sparking, or was it like an imaginary?
Yeah, it was more. No, it wasn't like steadily flickering. It was more like sparking once, like every few seconds, basically. Like,
Sparking every few seconds. Okay, yeah, there is some sort of activity on the second floor. I do not know what. Perhaps some magic being cast or permanently in effect. Flickering green light.
Perhaps her chambers then, or study, or whatever have you.
Yes, a study, I imagine, would be a safe assumption.
Um,
Somewhere she does her work.
And it's very much possible she will be at home at this time of the night.
Very
Considering
possible.
her lectures are later.
Did I see any chimneys or anything on the house?
It was hard from your vantage point to see the extent of the roof. It's a little bit sloped, but you didn't see any chimneys on your side of the house.
Okay, and no smoke or anything.
No, you didn't see any active smoke.
Well,
I could see if there is a tiny way in once she's away.
Perhaps if we're able to get to the house while she was away, we may find evidence inside to further prove our point.
This is, of course, possible. She would also have, of course, a room, some kind of office in the Twilight Classroom, or we know where that office is.
Indeed,
That is-
perhaps that office will be harder to get to than the house.
Perhaps.
I find it more doubtful that she would have private things within there compared to her
I
actual
also think
residence.
she is more likely to keep such personal.
Perhaps, although the house is owned by Castrum, and she's guarded by Castrum agents at all times. So, it's not like the house is that much more private.
Maybe not, but it would give her more freedom as
Perhaps.
compared to a.
I still
to the
think
tower.
we should have a look if we can get to that room safely.
Hardly. It's like. I'm watching something else. No, I suppose.
It will also be interesting to figure out where the shipments exactly went to at the cash room, and how were they received. If they just went direct to her and she marked or accepted them, then that gives us opportunity as well to us.
Let me go to reputation. Well, that would be something to ask the Carters, wouldn't it?
Yes. But I believe we should first have a look-see at these places that we already know of before we involve any other plans on these.
Well, I meant specifically for the shipment question.
Yes, I know, but still we tell the Carters, and if we happen to talk to a wrong person to her, that person might inform her. We don't know who she shall align herself with. Maybe she shall be the person who handles that in the Carters here.
Highly possible. How did this work again?
Right, so what's the plan?
Well, I believe I am going to go buy myself some proper clothing for the. Well, my current clothing is just fine, but people in this city prefer other fashion. So I'm gonna get.
You're gonna go out and look like a scholar instead?
No.
A necromancer? Or
No, more like. As you see, I dress in black and red. And this people in the city prefer bright colors. So I am going to get myself some bright colored clothing. It will be good for the ball as well, of course. Easier to fit in that way.
if you say so.
Alright, so you wanna find a general store or a nicer tailor.
Probably like a more fancy, I think like a tailor or something, or general store. Because he's buying
Okay.
fine clothes for sure.
Yeah, you can definitely find. Give me just for fun. Give me like find information, like gather information.
Let's see what's up. Okay, to check.
Decent. Yeah, you do find a Three Gates Plaza. It's very accustomed to travelers, and you do find some like a tailor specifically with like ready-made local like long robes made out of like linens. So you can you don't even have to wait for like for it to like be handmade or whatever, like hand tailored. Anything specifically looking for? You want like a special hat or like a nice cloak or just a general outfit?
Just a more general outfit, fine-looking outfit that fits with the city, but also somewhat goes with my crow style, where there's like probably some kind of a cape-looking thing or something like that. But
Yeah. So the cape would be like the darker side of red, like almost like a sunset, and the rest, would be like this tan, like linen dress, basically. It feels very like loose and you feel more comfortable with the climate, let's say, because gets very hot. That would be, I think, finer clothing of this would still be a few gold. Let me double check. 2 gold. So
it's 2 gold,
yeah.
Yeah, crows can be right by better suit for the gala, but like the very fine one for the gala.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, for now, you've got an outfit. Anyone else want to do anything in the meantime? You wait around.
I think the layer to it, or like I don't know, the area or whatever. If they were walking from their home to the what's it called, the Twilight Castrum, whatever her name is it like it's quite direct? You said. Is there like anywhere I could basically like stop along the way, like basically like a bar or a cafe or something where you could like stop and then just kind of like relax and then like kind of see if somebody was going to walk by? Like obviously.
Oh, like on the way from.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
yeah.
If it is quite a straightforward route, just somewhere like kind of pass the time where if someone were to pass you, you would notice.
It would be hard. There is no like cafe in this like residential neighborhood. You do know that there's like cafes nearer to the castrum itself, but to have a direct view of the streets would be difficult.
No, okay, no, it doesn't need to be in direct view of where she is. Just like what's kind of like what time of the day she would get there based on like from that kind of figure out what time of day she would leave her house, see if there's like some sort of routine.
Yeah, if you were like to play it safe and like wanted to have like eyes on like before like lectures like normally would start, you definitely like find a cafe that has eyes on the road towards the Twilight Castrum, and
exactly. Yeah, I'm happy if it's like even like a couple of hours before, because I don't know like what time she gets there, right? To like pack glasses or she has other business in the Twilight Castrum she might do or whatever. So I think while he's like shopping, I just like find somewhere to get like a drink or something.
Yeah, there's definitely enough cafes to go around with like outside like terraces, I guess you call them. There's also one like on the grounds of the Twilight Castrum itself. It's called like.
Sorry.
I don't have a name for it, but yeah, it's a very clever name. You see that it's in the colors, and there's like a note next to the name that this is from the celebrants. It seems a lot newer. Like the Twilight Castrum is this like almost like a stone fortress with like various towers. And then next to it is like this pop-up cafe, basically with like bright parasols outside. Sponsored by the celebrants.
The celebrants don't. The Twilight Castrum is like a necromancy, so right?
They are.
Were the celebrants involved in the Twilight Castrum itself?
What you've heard is that Zithny told you that the celebrants have made some like a sponsorship donation to like to revitalize the Twilight Castrum, basically, or try to.
Did he say why? I don't remember.
No, he just says that the celebrants have a relation and he has to follow that.
Maybe Ostian will go up to this little pop-up cafe, while people are busy.
Okay. Yeah.
I will join Ostian.
Do you have any of that strange red liquid that even skeletons can imbibe?
Yes, like the waitress.
Yeah.
Strange red. Okay. No, we have coffee.
I guess I can try.
She kind of looks at you, Mai.
And for the lady,
I'll have some too.
Okay, I trust that, but the skeleton.
What about
Is he?
Maya
Speak for yourself.
goes a bit closer to her and
the
Yeah.
coffee?
He'll stop quickly and I'll drink his. And it's like,
She just shakes her head and mumbles like underneath her breath, like, "I knew we should have had a no skeleton sign outside." And she
Full throat spell incoming.
goes inside.
How quietly under her breath, Jacko.
unleash
Loud enough for you to like hear. Yeah.
Okay, I put
Actually,
her name in the
Victorious.
kill list. She have like a little waitress
You don't
badge
have
as a name on it? What? She doesn't
No,
have
you
a
don't have her
waitress
name.
badge?
Wait, this is not America. Like, this is...
What the hell?
They don't have names. They're just for
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so a few minutes later you do get your coffee. Both of them get like set right before you, Mai.
Is it her?
It is.
I kind of gesture to it. Who are you giving that to? Why?
Yeah.
I ordered it.
You don't have a stomach.
I
You know who's gonna have to clean it up?
I will not pour it down my throat.
Alright, as long as you don't make a mess, you do whatever you want with it. And she will like slide it over.
That's better.
Mm.
Well, kind of like, I don't know, before working any rubbing on my body. Yeah, I just fucking do it, kind of just, do like the marks like on the skull,
Give me a fort save.
Oh, it works! I knew it.
Yeah. After you're bored of that, I can drink that for you. And Maya starts drinking her coffee.
This stuff doesn't seem to be as strong, sadly. Like your bones are well equipped
I need
to.
to finish all of it to see an effect, I'm sure. Yeah, I decide, it's like staying in my bone, I guess, like the, dark,
I don't think caffeine actually does anything to your bean, to your bone. Oh, it's the beans that they use to make coffee.
Does it normally do things to people? I thought it was just a drink.
Yeah, it makes people quite awake, and if you have too strong of it, it's not that good for your stomach, I hear.
No need to fret on that.
But yes, it's. I don't think it affects your bones in any way.
There's only one way to ensure this.
I suppose.
I did not take any liquid food before last night. Why did that have an effect?
Well, that seemed like magic. I think it's an effect to all undead.
So magic coffee is necessary.
Magic anything. Or milk. I'm sure milk is good for you.
Oh, I ordered a latte, did I not? So then we define a point of coffee for a little bit.
So, doing this stakeout, very subtle. You have your sunglasses on, I imagine.
A spare catching rubbing coffee to himself. That would be,
It is insane person. I have a hero point. I enjoyed that a lot. All right, so you're staking out. I'm assuming you had some sort of like discussion before. Where are you going so Crow can easily meet back up?
Yeah, I guess
on the way towards the...
Yes, it's like would have been no problem for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So after that, Crow, you.
Yeah, Crow would head towards the cash room. Yeah, but he would be interested in checking. Assuming like there's sometimes still the lectures too, or is there at this point? Yeah, he would go to check what other lectures are going at the cash room. Same like evening.
I thought they were all. Wait, I thought the lectures had
Oh.
started to.
So yeah, that's in the next cycle where the
Yeah,
the
but like
academy
they
start
would
up.
probably have a schedule that you can look at
Oh,
right now.
you want to check
of
out
all
the
the-
lecture?
Yeah,
sure,
check
yeah.
out the lecture like board or whatever.
Yeah, no
Like,
problem.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
you do see. So you head over to the Twilight Cast room, and there's like this. In front of the fort, there's like this open courtyard, and next to the double doors that are closed currently, you do see a like sketchboard. Yeah, you see various different lectures, about like 4 of them that are presented for the following day, basically, and one of them is Nathnalma. Let me double check. What you actually read. Sorry. Yeah, so you do see with written in chalk, you see creating unusual undead by visiting Professor Nathnalma, 2nd floor observation gallery.
Creating unusual that. I gotta go to this lecture.
Is there like other lectures before her, like in a schedule like that wouldn't overlap with hers?
No, she is the first. Yeah, there's like a lecture every 2 hours basically, and she should be the first on the off the night.
Okay. Then Grow
Okay, I have a question after this lecture.
after Grow doubles back to the then Grow like goes to like probably finds a party somewhere.
Alright. Yeah, so you reconvene with the others at the cafe.
Yep.
Okay.
Maya's
Yeah,
looking
so-
very amused.
I'm looking very brown, I think, probably.
There's like
I am
some
quite-
stains on it.
So
You want
what
some coffee,
happened
Grow?
here? Yes, I
Mm.
did. Coffee is something one drinks at a cafe. Usually.
I found it. Are you sure you are still? I kind of found one.
I thought this was your kind of thing. More, sophisticated shops.
Said cafe.
More civilized, I suppose.
Yes, I said coffee is something that someone drinks at a cafe.
Yes, but you said it as if someone who has never done so.
No. No, it was more an observation of, yes, of course I do want coffee. I'm at the cafe. That was the point.
I was just looking at him a bit unsure.
The waitress is just like standing there, like in between a few tables. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Coming right up.
And it seems he, after last night's experience, is having a look how other drinks might affect him in the same manner.
Indeed, this one seems not strong enough to penetrate by
Yes, you
Skin
might need
liquid
more
contact.
magic. You might need more magic in your drink. This is more mundane coffee. Most places offer mundane drinks.
What was the name of the place we were in last night?
I have no idea.
Let me have a look. Crow pulls out a note from somewhere. Very bad. No.
Oh, you mean like the specific bar that's
Yeah.
served that stuff? That was the 2nd destination, I believe, the Ghoulish Blood Vat.
I will have to go there again and ask what kind of magic is needed.
Yeah. It is an interesting sort of drink. I'm also definitely curious of such. I have not seen it yet. It is also very. I like the fact that it's a mix of blood and wine. This is a very fitting drink.
Well, you find anything else?
Well, I did have a look at today's lectures, and it seems that the first one is quite interesting. It's by Nathelma. Professor Nathelma about creation of unusual undead.
Not much of a necromancer.
I perhaps do have a vested interest in that.
Yes.
I thought you didn't like study, Thea says.
No, but perhaps they can answer the questions I have without me needing to learn it myself.
I believe that's called learning.
No, I will ask someone simply wiser to explain the concept, so I do not have to learn it myself.
Ah. I get
How
it
could
now.
that be learning? That is just
Yes.
memorization. There
If
is
I could
no
eye roll
way
right now, I would.
You can roll.
Isn't
Not without
isn't
your
that what
permission.
schools are for, though? Memorizing things.
I do not know.
That's what I hear.
have no memory of being at such a place. I assume they teach you for basic concepts than just memorization.
Well, I've never been to one at all. So.
I believe it depends on the school
Would
and
be the
it's
point of memorization
how good.
when
How
magic do it for us. I could just ask.
I believe it depends on how good the teachers are in said institution. I personally do not have much experience in childhood of teaching in such a place.
But you do it at
Wait, you did go to school?
Hmm?
You didn't go to school?
I said
What do
since
you-
childhood.
Oh, since childhood.
since
Okay, I thought you didn't. I thought you said you didn't have much of a childhood then. Oh yeah.
Well, my childhood wasn't that great, to be honest. That is very much true. And let's not talk more about that
Too
topic.
much school, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure you had things to eat at least. Drinks or coffee.
That
When
I
does
did
this-
sometimes, yes.
When does this lecture begin? I must get a good seat.
Was it a first lecture or when? Which...
Yeah, first
Yeah. Indeed,
there's
so,
probably
uh,
some
Still a couple of hours out.
So would that be at
yes.
the bell that it would start, or would it be like half an hour after the bell, or?
Yeah, a little exactly like half an hour after the bell, and like a half an hour before the last bell. The last lecture would end as well.
Yeah, so there's like time to move it, go there, and
Mm.
We need a
prepare
bell
the
to
most
warn us
place.
when the other bell went off. So like the third bell's like it's time to go. The second bell's like lecture begins, and then the third bell's lecture ends, and fourth bell's like okay now you have to be gone. You know, there's a lot of bells. I say,
A lot of bells.
a lot of bells. All right, I suppose.
Well, to be fair, in a lot of places there's like there's bells
Exactly,
every like
right? Every
15 minutes.
15 minutes. I already get annoyed if it's once every hour.
Yeah.
Or half an hour or something. Yeah, it depends.
All right. I suppose I can kill 2 more hours.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So
Good
you.
cafe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also
You go
like
for and chill.
obviously. Assuming she has to show up at some point before the 2 hours to
Mhm.
get ready for the lecture. So I guess I'm not.
Hey, everyone who's paying or trying to pay attention, do give me a perception check.
Pay attention to the road, right? Sure.
How much would the coffee, by the way, no?
Oh right. 2 copper each. It seems to be quite, the standard drink around here.
Yeah, pretty cheap.
Oh. Remove the cost.
Let's see.
Only got 9 silver left.
Next time I will use the beanstalk.
Yeah, so everyone keeps a close lookout at the road. It is kind of quite busy, like during the shifting of these cycles. You can only see like some excited, like young folk basically like running around, either going to the like academies or the various bars and dives around here. So it's hard to like look for a specific person. Crow, you do happen to spot that there is a from the streets that basically exits the neighborhood of the townhouse that you're interested in. There is a wagon, quite small and not very. It doesn't catch the eye basically, but I do see a hint, like a shimmer, like of a silhouette. That, yeah, you can definitely see like a hint of an elderly lady with a very like crooked nose, and that is the closest you get to like seeing anything that would like
Yeah,
of a person of
Crow
interest.
would definitely like observe this wagon and try
Is
to
it
like
the wagon I place explosive on the road, just to confirm.
try to like basically
We didn't see
like,
a
be
wagon.
able to recognize that same wagon later.
Yeah, no, it appears to be a wagon that you've seen more around the city, like basically like a service, like a rental
Okay,
service.
so
no.
truck.
Taxi.
Okay,
So
so,
that's
So,
it.
yeah, so it's
not
from
a
the
private one.
the Carters, yeah, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, at this point, Crow doesn't say it.
Okay.
Well, perhaps I should be heading there to ensure I get it.
Yes, it is quite an interesting one. Let us find good seats. You will not be joining us, my.
No, I don't think I will.
I guess you will. I guess you will then like find your own parties. Enjoyment. Very well. Let us see later then.
Okay, so you split off and follow like a stream of students now going into like the courtyard of the Twilight Castrum. You can pretty easily mingle there. Yes, and Maya, you split off in the meantime. But let's do the lecture first. Yeah, so the Castrum, this large stone fortress with an imposing like gatehouse in front of it. Now you see the double doors are open, and yeah, the students are just streaming in. And you do see once you head inside, there is a yeah, you can see like a lot of faculty as well, like streaming in. Like you can recognize them by like their like light green dress. But you know where to go, Crow. So you head up to the second floor, and to the observation gallery. It's called.
Is it very bad for a skeleton to be here? Like I know the countless down.
Yeah, you look around. You're not the only skeleton, but there's only like one other.
Ah, yeah, we're like the fucking elite who's like in the 1950s US, and we're fucking black. I don't know. Like they got two of us in. Those fuckers.
You're the publicity hire.
Fucking skeleton, you fucking bullshit trying to damn it, everyone's gonna be looking at me being like, hey dude, what's up? And I'm like, fuck, I'm not a student.
Okay, but yeah, you had in. Let me see. Yeah, so you walk on through to these, like this. Once you get up the stairs, you follow the hallway into like a large balcony, like a curved balcony, crowded with people already, like taking the first like seats basically, and then into the balcony you see the lecture space below. Yeah, looking at the students, there seems to be a mix of living and undead. And as you look at the space below, there's like this oval-shaped room, about 20 feet below the balcony that you're currently on. And you do see a woman standing there, like readying some papers. She is dressed in like a severe like black dress, and then like a wool jacket on top of it. And she's standing in front of a very long table, almost like 15 foot long, with a creature like lying on it. This creature has 2 heads and an open stomach. Yeah, and it seems to be like motionless.
Like she is human or like living, dead, or
Yeah, make me a perception check. Okay. it looks like a very... It's hard to tell. Like, she is close to either side, basically. It's a very elderly... Like, the face is full of wrinkles. Fallen in eyes. There is... You can definitely sense some undeath about her.
Okay.
But it's kind of weird.
She's certainly not like a ghost or a skeleton or something like that, which I would...
No, it's not an undead you immediately recognize now.
No, okay. But so, okay, interesting. I kind of like whisper the crow, I guess, in front of the next to me, is like, have you seen a creature such as that before? She does not appear to truly be on one side of the coil.
Crow would have a
Like,
purple.
those fancy opera glasses, right? And you like hold
Yeah,
up.
Crow
you
would adjust his opera person.
Of course. Yeah, give me like Ossian points out the the differences. You can just give me a lore check if you want.
Sure. That's cool. And she is a creature, so it's real.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So you've heard that she's called a grave hag.
Right.
Looking at her like through your opera glasses, you do see her skin wrinkly, and you see signs of rot as well. Like, so it's very green. There's some fester happening there. But your knowledge, maybe if you've done some research, maybe if you've done some asking around, you do know that grave hags are technically alive still, but they have a connection to the undead, basically meaning that, for example, for magical effects, they are considered undead.
So they're pretty much similar to Dampier, I guess.
They're quite similar to like Dampier on that level, yeah, basically.
Yeah. Would they be strong? Well, would they be still more stronger connected to undead in that sense than Dampiers? Because Dampiers have the negative thing.
Well, you know that the grave hags have obviously a connection to death, but also to necromancy.
Okay.
So yeah, you can draw your own conclusion from there.
Intriguing. Well, believe she's she's a grave hag. Well, it's a rare sort of hag, type of a hag, strongly connected with the undead. I suppose similar to Dampier, in the sense that they are not quite living nor dead.
I see. Just check. Could we hadn't heard Ace and Fuse about what sort of hag she was. We'd only heard she was like.
No, one of the Bloodlords had mentioned that she was.
Mentioned the grave hag. Okay, cool. Yeah, just checking. It adds up what she looks like. Cool.
So before that, Crow would have been observing like whether there's people basically guarding her, like people looking after her, like. Because we know that she's at her house accompanied by like 2 mummies or whatever. Like he would be looking at signs if there's people here, maybe the mummies themselves or maybe someone else, like, you know.
Give me a perception check.
True.
Yeah, you do see like some assistants maybe like on stage, but you don't see any like actual guards or enforcer or anything like that, no.
Okay.
Let me double check something though. Okay. Oh, there's an ambience for the toilet grass, so maybe put that on. Let's see what this is.
That does something.
Whoa.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so here's some paper.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but before long, as you like, take your places, hiding amongst the students. There's no like, you don't have to like show a badge or anything. It seems to be a public lecture. And
but then it is almost like all students seem to be here. Like, I don't know, do they wear stuff?
Yeah.
Like, you see that student, like it's like a uniform.
No, there's no like uniform. You do see a lot of probably aspiring necromancers dressing in all black, contrasting like the usual style of the city.
Yeah.
Like these long, like almost like like Harry Potter robes.
Yeah.
Quite simple. No, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be like any standard uniform.
Okay.
Yeah, but before long, the lecture gets underway. You can hear, welcome to the lecture by me, Nasnalma, where we discuss. So she kind of like goes over this body, raising of unusual undead. I hope you're very excited, all of you. And yeah, she, as you like pay attention to her, she seems to have like some sort of like glee in educating. She seems to like enjoy this lecture, and she is like moving around the space, moving steadily, like through the process of like resurrecting, for example, this creature laying in front of her, and it seems to be expected for there to be questions. You can see some of the students sometimes raise their hands, and she says, "Yes, please do speak up." Yeah, and then at one point you do see like, but quite close to you, this middle-aged like human, like raising his hands, and he's like yells out, "Excuse me," and she looks up and says, "Yes, Mr. Ilger, is it?" Yeah, you see him nod and says, "Yes, ma'am, your test subject, Solvik." Yes, Solvik, of course. Solvik has 2 heads. Normally, the black onyx used in this ritual is placed on the subject's tongue. So we break it in half and put 1 piece under each tongue, or do we just pick and hope for the best? Well, the onyx is what instills the subject with positive feelings towards its creator. I recommend you place an entire onyx under each tongue, Mr. Diegler, unless you want Solvik to eat your face, which I think we can all agree would constitute a failing grade. And you see like some polite laughter around. Does anyone else have a question before continuing? Yeah, and
observes how this person this person, how they react to being ridiculed like that.
Yeah, there's some bashful like energy, like oh yeah, of course I should have realized this to ensure the the ritual. You see him like writing stuff down, but he's taking it in a stride, like thankful for the information basically. And you two. Sorry, just what you do realize is that with her enjoyment and distracted like teacher atmosphere, you feel like you could be able like to mingle with the crowds and maybe for example pose like an like intentionally challenging question basically to like try and knock off her feet, maybe learn something there. This is like basically like they've introduced like the skill check challenge if you want to like take part in it.
I want to ask like an actual question. I don't care about putting off guard. I didn't want to answer.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. If you just want to go for it.
I just actually have a question. But like the lecture in general, it was kind of posely to us, right? That it was talking about like there are other ways to bring back, right? Is she focusing mainly on like one particular ritual, or is she discussing like other options?
Oh, this lecture right now seems to be focused on this creature being like a uncommon undead. How you would change the normal necromantic rituals to like accompany their size, their strength, their weird by effects basically. Yeah, it's like how those get created into existence.
Okay, then maybe also let's have a question. Maybe just listen to them. Maybe also at the end.
Yeah, Crow would definitely then start take this opportunity to fuck with her.
Okay, so basically how it works, yeah. So I wanted to like get it out in the open because I didn't think it was quite clear like how you would like be able to interact with this. Yeah. So you can try and use your knowledge, basically, like your own knowledge, which would normally be arcana, occultism, something like that. Astrology would definitely fit here. To like try and test her, to basically learn something of her, or maybe like just like fuck with her a little bit, depending on like what you ask. So it would be a skill check in that way. if that's
Crow is totally fine with testing his knowledge against hers.
okay. Yeah, so she asks to the balcony. Anyone else with a question before we proceed? Yeah, and if you want, you can like try and use your.
It's a secret test, I guess, because it's all check, right?
Or is it a skill
isn't.
check using on knowledge?
Yeah, this will be just a skill check using like your knowledge. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Alright, that's
So,
A knowledge stack.
Finally, roll out in the open.
29 is pretty good, but it's probably. Is that a success?
It's probably a success if you ask me. Probably not a critical success.
Yeah, definitely not critical success for sure. Like,
Well,
probably
you
19.
asked though.
Yeah, let's go with 19. Sure, I'm gonna reroll that. So I'm just sure.
Okay. Yeah, so you use your like esoteric knowledge of like various rituals, and you know that, for example, if you were to possess a lock of hair of the thing that was undead, or like that has died before it died, it would greatly strengthen the ritual as a reagent. Yeah, so you can ask that. Yeah, so she responds, "Wow, that is interesting. I have heard of this. Usually, it's quite hard to come by. It's technically more efficient to find an undead creature that has already died. But if you gain the opportunity, point very well taken. Who was it? May I ask your name?" Yeah, she kind of like looking like she can't see you like through the first row of students basically that you're hiding behind, but you do see like a couple of people like look at you.
Yeah, also turn to the video though.
Okay. Give me a second.
Obviously, you can try and use like deception to
Yeah.
lie, for example.
Yeah, he's not gonna lie. He's gonna say a name. To find a name.
If you say a name, but then
Fine.
your name is the lie.
If it's not your name, it's a lie.
It's a lie.
That's how lies work, Timo.
It's not a lie when it is
Oh,
your
it's just
actual
one-
name, but
It's
it's your
another
actual
name.
name.
Oh, you
You
don't
never
know.
just
That's
use
fair.
it.
You don't know
Oh,
the name.
you're checking your notes what your actual name
Yeah,
is.
because I don't remember Crow's like actual name. He doesn't have actual name.
Interesting.
Antonio.
Antonio, an exotic name. Yes, point very well taken. If you join me at the end of the class, I'll make sure you get some extra credits for the test, of course. Yeah, so basically, you get a debate point, is what they call it here. If you cross like a threshold, you get some more information. You can definitely see that she is a little bit off her usual like rhythm in her teaching. She's where was I? Oh yes, of course, the stomach where you have to insert the bazaar stone. Yes, but before long, the lecturer comes back to any questions regarding this insertion.
Crow would totally come up with more.
Okay, roll me a skill check. Yeah, Crow is definitely in his element here.
Is that a success? That's more interesting. So I'm a master with max skill.
And that's 7. Or not 8, I mean. So-
Not 8, yeah. That's a success. Let's see if it's a success. That gives information.
Okay, yeah, you think you acknowledge that if the ritual caster were to like insert some of their own blood in like an open wound while the ritual is proceeding, it would strengthen the bond between master and minion.
Yeah, you can use that in.
Okay, yeah. So you just like mentioned that to the lecture hall. Yes. I recognize this voice, Antonio. Of course. Yeah, I can't believe you haven't spoken up before in one of our classes. Yes, that is important. Control over all matters, safety. Yes, if you strengthen the bond, it means you can give your attention to something else. But your own blood is hard to come by, especially in some of your states. Okay, you get another debate points, and yeah, then the lecture shifts over to the target choice of the person that you're like trying to bring back in like an undead body. Give me another skill check as you try and stop.
Okay,
her.
that's not a success for sure. I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay.
You have not rolled above 10. I am this.
Oh.
There we go.
That is a
There
good hero
we
point.
Let's go for
go.
play.
That's what we use the hero points for.
Yeah, so she very confidently states like, and target choice doesn't really matter. It's, the only thing is, their station in life. As long as nobody asks too many questions regarding the previous life and what happened to the body, that is the most important. Which is why I usually stick to graveyards. And then you think on it, and there's like this obscure like book that you think back on, detailing like devil contracts. Basically, like that if a soul was to be claimed by a contract, for example, that the husk left behind would provide the strongest bond. So in fact, what she claimed is untrue entirely, and yeah, you should try and like search for subjects such as that. Yeah, and as you confidently state this information, and she's wait, is it? I've walked this earth for many years, and suppose there is something there. I mean, it's only logical. You can see she's off her game entirely now. I'll let you pose a question, something about her that you want to know. Basically, like for example, like what is her strongest magic, or like what is her weakest defense, basically.
Ooh.
Okay. Could it also be like, would it be only about her like mechanical stuff, or could we ask like question information from her?
This would be like only mechanical. This is about like her physicality, basically, like or her like personality, yeah,
Okay.
or her abilities.
Strongest magic then probably. That's probably
Strongest
Yeah,
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that the grave hacks are quite strong casters, are, as opposed to like for example rust hacks. They have ability of 5th level spells, and you know that a lot of their magic deals with both the killing of life, so basically like negative energy spells, and the control of undead.
One good, not that one.
Also like any undead and not even just like
Mindless.
mindless.
Yeah, you're not sure about specifics of the spells, but yeah, you know the domains and like basically
Don't get a
the
complete
height of
spell
the
list.
spells.
Would I know, would such magic affect Dampiers as well, or would that only count like for undead?
You're not sure. You usually, the only thing you know is that usually like mindless and that are like a lot easier to control, of course. But you're not sure like these higher level spells how they would affect you or others. But yeah, so you say that she is like lost within herself, like trying to like gain back control of the class, and you can definitely like hear some snickers from like the students next to you. Let me double check. Oh, they also have like this. Wait, let me double check. Oh, that's uproarious laughter apparently.
Oh,
So yeah, Crow.
everyone sit up and
Get
clap,
ready,
and I'll feel like,
teacher!
I will never hear
Yeah, so
Do we have a
So-
picture of her current form?
yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. Good call. Let me give you that. There she is.
Well, that's a good look.
Yeah.
Look at that nice big spell book.
They're really
Um, Yeah, so and as this like uproar happens with a few cheers and like whistles, it's just settle down, class. The lecture is not over. Settle, quiet. And nothing happens. As it just like shuts her like tome. It's just that will be all for today, and like storms out. And you can actually see there's a few people like following her, like hurrying behind her, and also the creature on the table like stands up, like lurches up, like and like stomps out of the classroom as well.
Okay. Crow tries to remark like the people that follow her.
He tries to what? Sorry?
Tries to like mark them in his head, like the people that follow him.
Oh, gotcha,
Those
yeah.
people.
Yeah, you do realize that they are all dressed similarly in like the they seem to be they're dressed in like the student's robe, but they were like helping her throughout the lecture. So
Like teachers assistant. What do you call that in uni? I feel that's cool.
What is it?
I think teaching assistants works, but I don't know if they have
Yeah,
to.
there's a special
There's
word.
like better word in uni, like that.
Mm.
I don't know the Finnish words.
Mm.
That's like, everyone's like, kind of laughing at me like, if you know so much about this, why can you answer my questions about how I returned? Why have I been searching for so long when you simply know it?
I do know everything and I never remember everything. It is hard to remember all these things. I've heard thousands of stories from thousands of people, half them not true. So, that is how the information comes together, but it's also hard to remember.
Okay, but as you like start exiting, you do get some claps on the shoulder, and like one of the students is like, maybe you should teach the next lecture. Want to join us on a night out? Well, I think we can skip the next one. It's about like macro and economics of cap, not the most exciting.
Well, it's an interesting topic, I suppose. I could use a drink.
All right, here we go. Yeah, you got the like get dragged along by a few students. Ostion, do you like follow, or what do you do?
No. I
So
think
then
I'll
get separated.
it's with the party even more. I think I'll try to figure out if she has like an actual office in the building somewhere. Like, does she
We
really
know
want
that
to
she has an
go?
office, right?
Yeah, but I don't know where it is. I don't know.
We know the exact location.
I definitely haven't been paying.
I don't know. You don't
I
know the
will
exact
try.
location. I don't believe.
Don't
You know.
you?
Well, you know that it was around the. There's like an office for like staff members basically. So it was somewhere around there.
There's an office for the set, like one big.
Oh no!
office
Wait. No,
there.
actually, no. Sorry, Crow. You're right. There was someone did mention that the specific where you could find a specific office because it was the one most near the exit of the
Yeah, I was remembering something.
of
like
the
that.
grounds. Yeah, no, you're exactly correct. Okay, yeah. So, but Austin doesn't know that, so he asks around.
Figure out,
Give me a gather information.
I forget, is it blind or not? I always forget.
I don't believe so.
And I would have figured. Do
It
any
is
of
not.
you
fellow students know the location of their
Hello, fellow kids.
Hello, kids.
Fellow students.
Yeah, you're the clacking of the other skeleton that is like, walking next to you. There's a. I am 600 years old. How old are you?
I'm beyond memory.
That's a good line. I should remember that for next time someone asks me. They never have a way to tell, do they?
No, they don't.
Well, if you're looking for the back of the office, it's like that building right over there. Not sure about our specific office, but
I will find it.
all right. Yeah, so you just like depart in that direction. Yeah, without too much trouble, you do like find the office. It seems to be. Let me double check. That it. Yeah, it seems to be mostly dark. The building right now, and there's an open window. And you don't see like any activity through the window. It doesn't seem like Nathalma came back here after leaving the lecture.
Okay.
Is
Is
there
it like
anything like you're looking for?
if I go in, is it just like it's like one? Is there anyone in the building? If I like go in at all, or is it like basically?
Oh, there's like no like shared space basically. Like every room seems to be like dedicated to like one specific teacher.
Yeah. But I mean, like I'm
and yet-
inside right now. Like I'm inside the building. Yeah.
No. The
building?
doors towards the offices are like outside as well. There's no like
okay. So the office is
common
like
area.
kind of like a whole house kind of stuff. No, they don't.
Well, the closest thing would be like apartments basically, like
Yeah, but
Yeah.
apartments have an inside jacket where the door to the apartment. It's like an apartment where all the doors are outside.
Well, not
That's a weird
necessarily,
apartment
right?
building.
oh maybe
Well,
like a
how do you-
motel. Is
How
that
do you get-
is that
okay? So there's like
something strange?
stairs that go up to the ones on the higher floor.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah,
outside.
yeah.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
like a motel kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking cheap. Okay. And okay. But then I saw
Yeah,
the
so
window into where? The window was specifically into her office, or where's the window?
Yeah, specifically into her office, exactly.
Oh, okay. There's just like okay, so I can like see into the office from there. What do I see?
Yeah. You see a desk at one end. You see bookcases lining the walls. You see a couple of chairs around the room. You can see various shelves are filled up with weird-looking items. You see like some skulls. You see like some very oversized books.
Skulls?
You can see like a goblet, some jewelry like lying on
I'm
the.
assuming the window is shut. Yes,
Yes,
but it's glass. Okay.
it's a glass window. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. We'll maybe wait there a little bit to see if she shows up after like maybe 15 minutes. But if not, he'll probably go do something else.
Okay. Yeah, you hang around, but she doesn't appear to show up.
Is it quite
so-
quiet around here? Like, how is there people walking
Right
around?
now, it seems to be quite quiet. There's like a professor every now and then that stops by their office briefly, but no, there doesn't seem to be much activity in this outside of like the main like lecture space of the fortress. There doesn't seem to be much activity.
I guess if not the witch not there, also we'll just like head back towards the cafe. Maybe see a might so there, and if not, we'll go wander around, do something else. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, let's go back to Maya real quick. So you skipped the lecture. Did you have any plans? Are you waiting around?
Yes. About the house that we were at before. Our house. Is it like a connected house? Or is it like alleyways around? Or what is that situation?
Every house has like a garden separated by a low hedge. There's no like walled areas, but they are all like disconnected, I guess. Like single.
Okay, so there are alleyways in between the houses.
Not alleyways. Like they're just like gardens separated by these
Like
hedges.
houses on the other side, and those looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there would be like a street going on both sides of the house, but other than that, there's no like alleys in between the houses on this street. If you catch my drift.
So, is there any behind the house?
Yeah. Yeah, you would have to like go on the street
Not any
over.
alleyway though, right? Is that what you're asking?
No, just like another like a residential street. Yeah, but you like from there.
Yeah,
you
but
could
I mean,
see,
like,
the, the back of the house.
Yeah, is there like a row of houses, and then behind that is another row of houses? Or is it just...
So basically...
Or if I go behind them, do I see the behind of their houses?
Maybe like a picture would help you. Like just draw a quick picture of streets and.
I mean, is it not just
sure.
like we're only gonna sense school? I mean, these don't have gardens, and obviously don't have this many houses. But I mean, like, it's not just like it's like a grid of houses where like kind of got a back and a front, and like they, I don't know, put like another house behind you or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's basically it. Yeah.
Okay, it's like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like each have their own little space around it, and I probably these ones have more distance between them in this picture. But I assumed it was like where it's probably like.
But
Yeah, so
you
all
could,
the
could
distance
cross
between them
towards
is
like
like
the
cordoned off
house.
for whoever's use.
Well, yeah, not necessarily cordon off like that, but you would like be entering private property basically. Like you would have to like be walking through the gardens of these these
And
estates.
she's not at a corner, she's at something else.
No, somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
Okay. My would after she would wait, not stress drinking a glass of coffee. So take a couple more minutes after they leave. She would then walk up and go back to where the houses were, and she wants to see in case. She would be able to get into the
Do
garden
make
of
me
hers, like her gardened off area, without. She doesn't just want to like walk in, from the front, obviously, and obviously she will do everything from her fox form, but she wants to scout out first and see if there's a row of houses around where she is. Either if I'm gonna use, I wish I could like point on these pictures because this perfect pictures show it. But if there's like houses around there that doesn't seem occupied at the moment,
Okay. Yeah, like that.
so that she would be able to like get into her garden without going over anyone's property that's at home.
Cool. Yeah, give me that would be accompanied with a stealth check. So roll me some stealth.
Easiest. And obviously she does this in her fox form, but it would be the same stat because it's 10 or what she has.
Okay. Yeah.
Sounds
So
like
you make your way through like the various like bushes and high grass. Some of the gardens don't seem to be that well maintained, so you spot the houses that maybe don't have any residents in them right now, and you clear a path towards Nathnama's estate or like a townhouse. Quite quickly, and you find yourself in the garden with like these large oak trees and gravestones, giving some cover as well.
Okay. She wants to take a look if there's any alternative entrance for someone like her.
All right.
Into the
Give me a
house.
perception check.
Or if there's only doors and windows. Guess it could be an open window as well.
Yeah, so you do like kind of like a tour of the outside. You do see there is a front door and a back door. They're both closed right now. You do see, yeah, you don't see any chimneys or anything like that. The only other like areas of entry could be like these windows on both the first and second floor.
There's no like basement window or anything. You know what I mean when I say that?
So like something indicating a basement, like one of these low windows. That's
a window essentially in ground level. That's like two.
Yeah. Let me double check if it's.
I don't know how. Like I know some places the basements are normally too much underground to actually have a basement window, but it's pretty common in Sweden as well, at least. To have
You don't see any basement windows now.
Okay. She's not thinking of entering, especially when there's no.
But with your perception check, you do, as you get like a little closer to the walls, you do certainly get a cold and eerie sensation. Something that would like, so you notice a ethereal presence, a ghostly existence coming from the house. You know that normally this sort of like detection would be blocked by walls. So your guess is that something is hiding inside of the very wall.
Inside the wall, you said?
Yeah, inside of the wall.
There are some ghosts that can hide inside objects. My notes that, and then she noopes out.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, so you quickly get like a little chill down your spine, and then you dart off back to from whence you came. Okay.
She finds a cord, turns it back into her normal form, and casually walks out of there.
Nice. Bro, so you're being led away to another like events of the nighttime. Do you like quickly try to excuse yourself? Do you like go with the flow? What's your?
He goes with the flow and sees like what to because of the situation. Like he would be, like if he can, he would steer the discussion, keep the discussion at helm, because that's probably like where some of the discussion at least starts on. She like tries to keep the discussion on that and see if like she can get anything out of the students.
Okay, yeah, give me a diplomacy check. I just try to ask. Okay, well, Jesus Christ. One of them speaks up, says, "Yeah, bro, we never saw anything like today. Like, she's come highly taught by the academy, one of the best necromancers of Garund. So, I mean, all of us signed up. But after today, I'm not so sure anymore. That was an interesting sight. I've never seen a teacher get so flustered. 1-0 for the students, am I right?
1 for the students, indeed.
Well, you didn't have any like personal beef with her, did you?
Oh no.
Did she give you a bad grade or something?
No, I've just studied a lot of these topics in my time, and I was hoping to get more information.
Disappointed by her lack of.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, this helps. Kind of raises a glass.
Indeed. He doesn't drink himself like any kind of drunkenness, but like.
Yeah, is there anything you want to ask these guys?
I guess he would be curious about like the he would introduce himself as some kind of like a newer student. That's kind of like that's group here.
You're the exchange student, yeah. Don't worry, your name will be shouted across the campus hallways.
Very good. I see. Oh, I suppose that happens when you do that. Yeah. So, let me think how to phrase that. You would like to hear what do people generally think of the t-shirts around who to avoid? Is there is there this teacher you should really don't want to be end up in the lecture, or maybe like that have bad reputation, or maybe sketchy stories, that kind of things.
Um, yeah. They say, well, I mean, personally, what you want to avoid is this, I don't know, this ancient skeleton or whatever it is. His name is Paranal Bladewalker. Apparently, he was once upon a time like this amazing strategist, military guy, but he mostly just goes off, rambles. Sometimes he's not even speaking words, he just clacks. And, it's useless, so skip that one for sure.
Interesting personality. Sure.
I mean, it's fun, for one-off. Basically, laugh at what you're witnessing, but other than that, not much value to be gained.
Quite so, yes, possibly. Drink to that.
To useless professors. Cool. Anything else?
I think what did I ask about celebrants? This guy's the celebrants found it out. Don't think it's a good question to ask that this guy would never know an answer to. I can't think of anything good. Yeah, I can think of anything good right now. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, we can basically use this as a gather information, so if you think of any questions that you would have asked later on, you can just message me.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you have a few hours of gallivanting about, getting these guys drunk once more. And yeah, I think eventually you guys want to try and reconvene.
Yeah, I think if Matt isn't at the cafe when Austin goes back, I think he might give one final shot going back to office just to see if maybe after a bit she's showed up. But if she hasn't, it's fine. Then he'll just I don't know, wait around in the square maybe, or even just go back to the end. He'll just give it a final attempt.
Okay. Yeah, as you head back after a little while, you do actually see a light on in the office.
Okay. Then we'll go up and knock on the door. Yeah, I'll go up and knock on the door.
Alright. Yeah, you knock on the door. Yeah, after a moment you do hear a voice saying, "Not right now, I'm very busy." Come back later after lectures are done.
Oh, the lectures are done. Okay, how long is it till lectures are done? I'll go to the...
Basically only 3 hours have elapsed, so still one of the lectures will still be on the way right now, and so we'll still be 4 hours more.
Oof.
And then it's 1 hour till bedtime, right? Pretty much at
Yeah.
that point.
But I guess people left to go out party anyway. Yeah, maybe Austin understand. Maybe Austin sits in a couple of lectures. Maybe he needs to learn how to study. What are the other lectures that are going on? There was macroeconomics. That one's still going on?
Yeah, you can catch the tail end of that one if you want.
Nice.
It seems to be,
learning.
with your now mastery of the game Blood Prize,
Exactly.
you don't get that much more new knowledge. Yeah, what kind of lectures would there be? What's the fun one? There is a... the lecture of like how to inflict the most pain on someone.
Oh, very useful, very useful. Sure.
So how to keep someone on the edge of consciousness while you torment them.
At some point, I bring up my anecdote of when I tortured that guy underneath, the manor, and be like, when I tried this, it did not work.
Give me a diplomacy. To chime in with your
first-hand experience. Ooh, I think I usually heard one of that. Monka.
Alright. Yeah, so the teacher is this this some sort of devil, like straight up devil.
Oh,
You can see like the horns and like this beard made out of spikes. And yeah, with a gravelly was, yes, well, I'm assuming all here have plenty experience with our house and garden torture. We're speaking more esoteric here. You chime down, I'll show you how it's really done. And you can see like there's someone bound in a chair. This bald end was sweating gagged and bound.
I'll take lots of notes. I use my scribing skill to make down some notes.
Yeah. So yeah, this devil is taking glee in his subjects, but there's also he stresses the importance of medicine and healing to keep your subject alive, because otherwise they don't feel the pain as much. So that's a vital two sides of the same coin. Yeah, so you basically waste some time on campus grounds until lectures are done. Yeah, and head back over to Nathalma's office. Yeah, you can see as you arrive, you can see her exiting with a tome in her hand and like slamming the door behind her and like going, like starting off in a trot. But you still have the option to catch her if you want.
Be like, excuse me.
Yes.
I tried
can I
some
help
earlier,
you?
but you did not want. Yes, I believe. Perhaps you can. I have a quandary about raising dead that I have been unable to find someone able to answer.
Well, most of the information is found in your text materials, so if you refer to that, I'm sure you'll find your answers there.
I have not had any luck thus far.
Alright, fine. What is it you wish to know?
Yeah. Also kind of nods. He's like, I know the rituals can vary, and there are multiple ways to bring back some semblance of life. But is it possible, without first-hand experience of seeing the magic, to find out what was performed, perhaps even aeons ago? What brought back a soul or body?
Give me a diplomacy. This is not test material, but it is a very interesting question.
It is of a personal significance to myself.
I'm afraid that's outside of my speciality. If you were to gather a item belonging to the necromancer who performed this ritual, preferably their tome, yes, it is possible to find the specifics even after a long time has passed. But other than that, I'm afraid you must look to the divine, dear.
The divine.
Either ask the gods or divine is yourself.
Kind of nods slowly. It's like, perhaps I will have to. And he says, and he's like, thank you.
There's much to learn from those that came before us. Lots is forgotten.
Indeed.
Anyways, I must depart, but let's do attend future classes. She'll give you a nod and
I give a slow nod and watch over off.
books.
No,
books it
all
out
by
of her.
herself, yeah?
Yeah,
Do I
yes,
see, like,
she
catch
seems to
a,
be
if I,
all
like,
right.
watch, is there any sort did she get into a wagon or anything? If I can, like, walk slowly after her?
Yeah, you follow her slowly. There seems to be already a wagon waiting at the edge of the courtyard grounds. Yes, and she has a brief conversation with the driver, and he just nods for a few seconds, and she gets in, and it departs.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, interesting.
You did catch that she locked the door behind her, though.
Yeah.
There's a lock on it.
Did I see what she did with the key? Was it on, like, a chain or anything? Went in a pocket?
Yeah, you caught it was on a chain, but she didn't. She held it like underneath her. The hand was like behind the book.
Sure.
She hadn't like stowed it somewhere in. Okay.
Oh, maybe
so-
maybe I wouldn't have seen this. I didn't see her. I don't know, like how when if I sort of begin to leave. I didn't see her cast any sort of magic on the door or any like I noticed spells like alarm distance and stuff like that.
Okay, so that was quite easy to see what you've seen before. Give me a perception check to see if you notice anything else.
Sure.
No, you were still too far out.
Yeah.
And, she stood at the doorway for a little, like few seconds. So maybe she was fast. She could have cast something as well.
Yeah.
But
I didn't see any, no big glowing lights or some shit like that.
you didn't catch anything like that.
No, cool. And then I head back towards the inn. I just guess, but it must already be almost time for the 15.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I'm assuming eventually everybody reconvenes, probably at your room at the hostel.
This is the 4th of 5th day. Now,
Oh
Fingers
jeez.
crossed. 5 days worth of even time, so I'm trying to think what I probably start playing soon more.
Let's say
3 days of training.
Yeah.
Then
I want this will probably be the right. Yeah, well, probably 5th day. Yeah.
okay, cool.
Well, you have a fun evening.
It was entertaining, I suppose. Apparently, there's a skeleton lecturing at the academy, whose stories that some people find very amusing to listen to for one lecture. Might interest you so much.
What do they lecture?
What's the exact topic of the lecture about?
Basically
It
like
was like a formal strategy or
combat.
something.
Yeah, like strategy, like in military sense.
Military strategy.
You believe I am interested in military?
No, it's just the fact that they're a skeleton and they are in a somewhat powerful position. You seem to be attracted. Those are that kind of people thought might interest you.
Care more if they can help me find out what I need to know. Less about people in powerful positions.
Fair enough.
That was all.
Yes, nothing that particular. The students were talking to you, but it seems that, at least in their eyes, that you are before today, you're just fine. Oh my, just to catch you up, apparently there's now a student named Antonio that goes about the university, making Natilma look ridiculous with some weird questions. That's something like that. They resemble me for whatever reason.
Oh, sounds like a smart bastard.
Yeah.
What did you do today?
I had a look around, and two doors, back and front, windows, no additional openings, and ghosts in the walls.
Ghosts in the walls, you say? Interesting.
I'm guessing those are the shadows that we're talking about.
Very much possible, yes. They did say they were on the wall, guarding the walls.
Well, it seems we still then are not much closer to deciding what we do.
Yes, there is still there's the more direct options now there.
I saw her office. I believe it would not be difficult to gain entry, but doing so in a way we would not be found out later. It'd be difficult.
So we will need to be careful to disguise the fact that we were looking about.
Indeed.
Interesting. Well, that is good news. That was one of the few things on direct confrontation methods. Then there's of course talking to the carters about the shipments. I believe this office is probably still the better one of the two.
There is, I will say, one other option I've seen of how potentially you could take her away from prying eyes. She seemed to take a cart also back to her home. If this is something she does every day, potentially we could masquerade as such carriage riders, and if she is in the back of our wagon, take her somewhere with less eyes on us.
Interesting. Yes, that is a good idea. I suppose that is that would be then that might be the primary method we should try when we are ready to take her in. But first,
Well, she's seen the two of you now, has she not?
Indeed, perhaps you would be our...
She has not
Right.
seen me, I believe. I believe the her crowds disguised me. She has just heard my voice. So my will be the driver.
I'm not really sure I can drive a car.
Not sure you can drive a wagon.
No.
We took turns. You saw myself and Crow doing it for miles. It was not difficult.
I may have been.
Well, you
my
can
eyes
learn.
the majority of them
I am
times.
sure. I'm sure you will learn the finer details of such an art.
Yes, it is not like you are about to cargo kart race with the god. So it shouldn't be that. It's not that difficult.
Sure. But
Perhaps
we would
Oscar
need
can
to
have a swimming
already
lesson.
know where we would take her. And
Indeed.
I'm also sure that she's not an idiot. So
Oh, but of course.
she would figure it out quite quickly if it took too long, and she would also figure it out quite quickly if we took too many more turns than she's used
Indeed,
to.
she would.
Yes.
But regardless, she would not be at her office or at her home, the two most well-guarded places, I imagine.
Yes. We could find a play location that's similar distance with similar enough turns and whatnot where we could take her to. But we should first focus, I believe, on getting the evidence necessary to take her in. Without such, we won't stand much chance. There's no need. We couldn't do. Well, we could, but we shouldn't do that. Oh, right. In her flabbergasted state in the lecture, we did learn some things about her magic. Watch out. Firstly, she's focused on negative energy, which we're not scared about. but also controlling undead. I am unsure whether this.
I will do my best to not listen to what she's saying.
Yes,
You will
it
not
is
Just cut her
powerful.
head off.
It is powerful magic. I'm not sure that's capable of controlling mind.
I will try very hard to not listen.
Luckily, I have a powerful mind, so it will be no problem.
Yes.
You also have that book.
Sun shrugs, yes, the book indeed. Perhaps it will come in useful now.
Can't even remember what spells. You did say it.
There's
Not you,
plenty now.
the skull told me, but I can't remember what they were.
There's quite a few.
But using them would require study.
I thought you figured out a way for him to use them, though.
I can use the magic of the book to ward against theirs, but some of the spells it contains are so beyond my reach. Regardless, you want proof?
Of your proof.
Then find it. You want us to go to the cartons, was it?
It wouldn't be too hard to get into a house, but
I gotta go.
with the
Do
ghosts
delivery,
and the
yeah.
walls.
I believe the office is the better place to start.
Well,
Although,
I'm not much to breaking into places, without breaking places.
yes,
Unless they have a chimney or
I
a
have.
grate or something like that.
There is a window, probably, but
I would need to break the window.
yes. Unless you can force it open, but that would probably break the window slightly.
Forcing things open normally breaks them, yes.
Yes. Well, my lockpicking skills aren't that particularly great. They are possible ones. Also, need to get some lockpicks.
There's no magic that we could use?
Possibly. That does sound like the magic too. Austin has been to the office, so he probably would know more about this matter. But he
By the
seems to
way,
be zoned out right now.
Yes.
Have you... Okay, he's back.
That should fucking blow up that house. New plan. I've got a couple of modules. They're just expecting us to go to the house. Guarantee. No, we're smarter than the modules thanks we are.
Yeah.
Liar. I'm lying. We're not smart.
So,
I wouldn't mind going to the house.
That's just, I admit, we can get more evidence if you wish, but I thought we had enough. We will find more evidence as we destroy her.
And besides, who's going to support someone who's dead?
Indeed.
There's no profit
well,
in
we
it.
I
are,
would never support a dead one.
I believe we were not necessarily planning to kill her.
Well,
if
she
we are-
seems so close already.
If we are to kill her, that would make. I suppose Kirill or Sydney would also be fine
I
with killing
thought
her.
they said they would be allowed if she was dead. They just still needed her head.
I suppose, yes. That would also work. But
I learned today
At
how
least
to bring her
in-
back anyway.
At least Sydney said he only needed her head. I don't know about the white.
perhaps I misread.
Well, Stephanie did say that he would prefer alive.
Yeah, prefer. If he wants to prefer life, he can take her alive.
I believe we might be rewarded more handsomely if we were to bring her.
You
I
have
don't think I
a
can.
way to bring her alive.
Like, if
We
we
knock
can
her out
find while
killing her.
murdering her.
You wish to tie her up. My magic is not quite so delicate as to knock someone out. I hit the head, and normally it hits it fairly hard. If she chooses to not die, then I will not kill her once she falls.
Very well, let us try it. If we can, if the opportunity arises, let us try. These hacks are also covered, so it could be that we can convince her to stay, just surrender. But she's
But do we wish to break into her office before we go directly to the house?
The office could give us information, yes. Would assist us in this matter, even if we were.
I wouldn't be much help in breaking into it, though.
Oh, there was a window I'm sure you could smash through.
But I thought you didn't want.
Sunshine shrugs. If we are going directly afterwards to her house to murder her, I am less particular about being unnoticed.
I thought we wanted to go. Wouldn't it be better for us to go to the house when she's not there?
Oh, I thought you wanted to go to the house and just kill her.
No, I wanted to go to the house, ransack it, and then kill her when she comes back.
Ah, of course, then let us do that. Of course, we could do both. We could go to the office when she's not there, and I'm second go to the house while she's then going to the office.
Then that has the problem that she will be alarmed when she notices the office is ransacked.
So I think when she arrives home, she'll be alarmed immediately if she has guards who are no longer there.
Yes, but at that point she's at her home still already, and we can attack her. But the other
and if the ghosts are in the walls, do you not think we might have proof outside the house of what has happened there?
If we kill the ghosts inside the walls.
I should know.
I think
do I know? Can I make an undead check
to
to see if I know that you can technically still kill ghosts when they're in objects?
Sure.
Destroy the object, destroy ghosts.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you can attack undead when they're inside objects.
I guess Crow would also just roll to know what kind of ghost, what kind of creature this is. No, that's a topic.
Hey Jacko, can I use spells, by the way, from Rage of Elements? You know, there's like a spell that lets cats that do like fucking like cooldown damage and shit now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Nice. I gotta find the PDF copy.
Is that out?
No, not quite.
Oh wait, when it's released, of course. Otherwise,
what? If I can find the PDF somewhere?
Yeah, wait.
I've got ways, Jacko.
I mean, it's coming out in like 2 days. So.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Oh, it is. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's coming like third.
You're not sure. In the moment at least. Crow, you know that creatures that are like incorporeal, they can pass through solid objects, of course. You know that their movements would be slowed while doing this, but it's not super easy to like remove them from the object unless you like destroy it.
Crow's wondering what creatures would like hide inside walls. That's what I'm checking for.
There's various options. Like you've already seen, like creatures that are known as shadows that you can like hide in walls and shade. There's also like actual ghosts, poltergeists. You know.
Any incorporeal creature could do it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay.
I know there are people.
So, Ostian, what about you being to the office? How is the magical protections on the office? Could we just use magic to break in?
How do you suggest I use magic to break in?
We find a scroll of a spell that's useful for breaking in.
What do I think it magic protected specifically against magic? Is this your question? I do not see any magical enchantments, but a good one would not be able to be seen. I saw her as you were leaving. She did not spend much time outside the door. I do not believe there are complex enchantments on it. But I could be wrong. There could be glyphs of wardings that are not needed to be set up each time.
Could you detect those glyphs if such existed?
Depending on the strength of her magic, I believe, and if what you say is true, it may be beyond mine at the moment.
True means yes, of course, set up the glyphs herself and not someone else.
If full magic traps were easy to detect as normal magic, there would not be much of a trap.
Would you try to detect these enhancements and you were to fail, would you know?
So shrugs. I do not believe so, but I am not a researcher such as her. My magic is a bit less rigorous. I can barely know what will happen when I cast it myself, let alone how it reacts to others.
Well, considering the other options, just straight up breaking in, I believe that might be the better option than try and figure out whether there's enhancements, enchantments, and then use magic to break in.
Why is this easier than just picking the lock? Why does the magic aid us?
More indeed, possibly. I am not
Or
the
what?
greatest lock. While I do pride myself as a great master of many things, I'm not the greatest locksmith either. I can try. I'm capable, but
Very well. If we want to have such a magic, then I suppose the rule is in order.
Okay, so well, let's go and see how much it would cost then. Wait, where's scroll?
Knock is the second level spell.
Knock, yeah, next second level.
Yeah, Jeffrey?
Knock is a common spell. I did look it up. It's not as good as a 5e because it only gives a
Yeah, I know,
circumstance bonus or whatever.
That's what I
to,
mean. I'm like,
Yeah.
I use magic, but I don't really see what you think magic's gonna do. That isn't just like open door spell.
is there a way to cast that knock on Crow then? Because you guys have
It does on any creature try to open it. So I target
Yeah.
the lock, and then I'll make it easier for you to do
Yeah,
it.
okay,
it
so
gives
you
you a
could
plus
do buff
4.
Crows.
Knock would give
It's,
it a plus
so it's
4.
like a good advantage. But it's not like-
It also counteracts a lock, which is another spell. So if she was casting a lock, it just straight up stops that, which is nice. So that's
Okay,
also
so it's probably a useful thing to have then, I guess.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
You could probably have a couple copies of that even, so we can break into her house with it.
Well, it's a scroll. It costs gold. How much gold do you have?
Yes, you know,
How
lockpicks cost
expensive
much less gold.
How much expensive a scroll it is?
12 gold pieces. 12 of them. I hold up 2 hands. This many. I put on the extra finger over each of them.
Yeah,
And
of
how
course.
much and how much for wand of that spell?
Let me quickly look at my encyclopedia.
Well, soon, I mean, after you've attended this lecture about macroeconomics, you know all of the prices of items.
160. I do not have enough fingers even in my collection to show you so many.
That is probably not good for a couple of casts. No.
No, indeed, the math would suggest that damn the lecture was just on this. You know, starts through division in his head, and he's like, at least 10 times he must do it.
I believe it's closer to 30. But I'm not.
Closer to 30. No,
Maybe
13.
not.
You clearly need to go to the lecture.
Yes, it's been a while since I've done mathematics.
Yeah,
It's pretty close to like
13.
It's like 15. Yeah,
It's like 50, not 30. Though.
Yeah,
That's
50.
for sure.
Yeah. 15 would probably be correct.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's actually it's like it's 30
half
points
maths.
something. I
It's
think.
not 50.
Or 40 points something.
like I said, 12 is close enough. I
Yeah, it's 40
believe it is
points something.
possible I break into 12 doors in my life, but he kind of shrugs at a certain point to be.
And later spent money is money later spent. I'm sure we can be richer. The further
You really
move
need
up
to
in
Do you
society.
want to spend 12 gold for the knock scroll? Do you have 12 gold?
I still vote for Mai to break in through the window first.
Do you have 12 gold?
I do have 12 gold. I also have 24 gold. And still
That
plenty
is
for
2 times 12.
Yes! That was the point.
I thought you were just
Well,
brag.
do you want to buy 2 scrolls or do you want to buy 1 scroll?
Who are you, scroll salesman?
Do I run it off?
Or do you want to buy 0 scrolls?
We do want to go into a house later as well. Probably a higher chance of being having the lock spell on it.
Yes, this is true. And you guys will not pitch in.
I have 9 silver.
And I don't really think we need it.
Also, you owe me money. I don't know how much. You owe me money.
I suppose that money will cover costs of one scroll. Oh wait.
I'll figure it out eventually how much you owe me.
Excellent. Let us figure it out at some point. Now you own part of a scroll to me, covering that cost. Excellent. Let's buy 2 scrolls.
Right.
Yes,
We get
I guess
the
you. I guess.
Can't
Oh, in
buy
the
one.
Did we
morning.
get a
of
discount
course.
on
In
this?
the
I
morning,
forget.
of course.
What items do we get discount on again? Through the
Common items below, I think right now it's like 100 gold.
Sounds like a scroll.
Oh, so that sounds like a discount on scrolls.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll still add 2 scrolls of knock on you.
Well, we're at the scroll shop. Anything else we need?
10% discount, common items, costing less than...
Am I in 2 scrolls? Okay. I just searched a knock item. Do I remember this like item I should try to identify, by the way, in my inventory? I don't know what it looks like. What's it look like?
Oh, let me check.
Thank you.
So give yourself back 2.4 gold as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the mysterious rod. It's a horde of fireballs.
Oh, yeah. So let's get to the bottom of this roll.
yes.
I think perhaps a wand of knock.
Maybe if you try it
Right?
enough times, it will become a
I will happily use it on the office when we get there.
You could have spent like 10 minutes to try and identify.
Yeah,
during
I'll
waiting.
try it. I'll try it on that.
It's a new day, so yeah.
Yeah, the cafe get close to
Pull out your rod. Hey, come on.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you ace it. You don't even need to use
Oh,
yourself.
nice.
You eliminate any and all possibility other than that it is a rod of wonder.
Perhaps not just a rod of fire.
Oh, it's a rare item.
Can do anything.
Yeah, I must have fucking rolled a 20. The speed of which Jacko said I did that.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, I don't think I can even succeed if it's not fucking nat 20 on like a rare fucking like 8th level.
A rare 8th level item.
Yeah, these things. Alright, which one of these say knock? Come on, knock. Any of these say knock?
I don't think any of them say knock.
Any of them say
No, I don't see any knocks.
Yeah, sounds good.
You turn blue, green, or purple.
I kind of wave it. No.
You roll.
But what I do, however, is there a window in this room? Maybe I point out the window in the castle just check it's a bottle wonder, just to check.
Some of these doesn't show.
You're on the second floor, but there's like a little window.
Yeah, I'll kind of reach out and wave it a little bit to make sure it's working as intended.
Are some of these spells gone from not in the wiki or whatever, like in the thing? Because it's like
The target, this poor guy on the street, I could see, I guess,
Yeah, maybe not all of them are in the companion. Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
Curiosity. How would the rolling invisibility or rolling the 78-80 roll that makes the target believe you created an effect, and then rolling the roll cast invisibility on you? Does that mean you're only invisible to the person that
I guess so.
that you were targeting?
Very complicated, but I guess so.
Maybe. Yeah, so I don't think the sticky stuff goes through the window, so you just like splatter the window.
Oh no, I opened the window, sorry.
You open it first?
Yeah,
okay.
I was not going to find it at the window. I was shut, Jacket. What the fuck, you nuts? Yeah, I find it out of the window.
I thought you were trying to see if it would open it or something. Yeah, okay.
No. I've been firing down onto the street to see if it works. No, relax.
Yeah, you see someone carrying like an open basket, and you just like this gloop of like honey nectar or whatever falls on. What the? It looks like
I stare him down while he looks up, and I just nod slowly and shut the window. I just look back.
Yeah, well, you don't need to roll intimidation because you never know what's
exactly.
What the usual does.
Right, yes. Perhaps this rod will help us in our espionage.
Perhaps you should target it further away, far away from us every time, though. Considering fireballs and nectars might not be ideal for us.
Yes, I will normally choose you not to be the target. Usually.
I do enjoy not being on fire.
Well
then.
So
when are we invading?
Next time.
Okay, yeah, next time I guess. Well, we can do a little bit. No, let's save it next time I guess, because yeah. Okay, well that was the session. So thanks for playing.
Yeah,
I do have a quick question though concerning. I do like how you guys are planning and how cautious you're being because it's a dangerous situation. You want to have the upper hand. But are you enjoying the pace that is happening in?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm fine with
yeah,
the pace.
maybe.
Okay.
You know,
I was just like wondering a little bit,
Weird,
like if
though. I'm just curious from like the other side. I mean, I've read the books that always just like this is what happens when the player goes here, and I'm always like, well, what the fuck is the player doing? I don't know. I also don't know if you're expecting us to go fast. If like the pace of the adventure means we shouldn't act this safe.
no,
But
it's
I don't
fine.
know.
Like as long as you're enjoying it, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
But,
okay, cool.